Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my masterclass where I will be sharing with you how to sleep for weight loss. And my cat just jumped off my lap if you saw that. He wanted some attention right before I went live. So, can losing weight really be as easy as sleeping? It can be, but there are certain things that we have to have in place in order to do so. And I am Pamela Pedrick. I am hashtag the Reformed Dieter. I am a registered nurse and your health coach teaching you how to lose weight without dieting. And I'm also the creator of the Jumpstart Your Weight Loss 5-Day Challenge, where I teach you how you can truly kickstart and jumpstart your weight loss in 5 days or less. And as you're logging on, whether you're watching me live or watching the replay, where are y'all coming in from tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you are watching me live, drop a 1 down there. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2, or simply type in the comments, replay, because I love to connect with all of you guys. All right, so how to sleep for weight loss. Yes, it really can be as easy as sleeping, but sometimes sleeping and getting good quality sleep is not as easy as we hope it would be, right? And I'm just going to share this real quickly, this broadcast. And this will run probably about 30 to 45 minutes. So if you don't have time to watch it all, just simply share it to your timeline. I'm going to share this real quick to someone who's not able to watch it right now. And you can do the same. So if you feel like there's someone who could benefit from this, please share it with them as well. And I will be sharing some goodies, okay? So you know about me, whenever I have a masterclass or special Facebook Live events, I have some goodies to share with you all. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And I will be through the course of tonight's masterclass. This masterclass will be available to watch on the replay. So if you know of anyone who could benefit, just let them know they can watch the replay. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to be sharing my screen. If you know about me, if you watched me before with any masterclass, I do a slideshow presentation because I don't know about you, sometimes, you're in the middle of doing things and either it's easier to hear or it's easier to read. So I completely understand. So I'm going to get you both ways. You can either listen or you can watch. And feel free to do screenshots of any of my slides if you feel like, oh, that's really good information, or I can share it with someone. Feel free to do a screenshot as well. Let me get some water. I was just eating right before I went live because my blood sugar was getting low. All right, so we're going to hide this. And we're going to share my screen and get into tonight's presentation. So tonight we're going to learn how to sleep for weight loss. Guess what? Even if you can't sleep 8 hours, right? Remember, you always hear, oh, we should at least be sleeping 8 hours. But hello, how many of you out there are able to sleep 8 hours? Yeah, I can't. I don't know about you, but I'm like between 5, 6, 7 on a good night, right? I don't think I've ever gotten 8 hours unless I intentionally slept in the next day when I didn't have to go into work or didn't have anything to do the next day. So we're going to help you go from sleep deprived with that picture on the left to thank you sleep, because sleep has so many health benefits, one of them being weight loss, which is what we are looking into tonight, right? So just curious, do you sleep less than 7 hours a night? Me. That's me. Do you toss and turn the majority of the night? Like you fall asleep, but then you're just tossing and turning, waking up? Or do you wake up way early and you can't get back to sleep? Like, man, you got like at least an hour or two before your alarm's supposed to go off, but you just can't get back to sleep. Or do you feel tired when you wake up the next morning and you're thinking, I've got so many hours at work, then I've got stuff to do with the kids, and it'll be at least another 14, however many hours before I can get back into bed. Like you're just that tired. Or if you're wondering if you can sneak a nap in somewhere, right? Guess what? No matter how time stretched you are, and no matter how many hours you are able to get into bed and sleep, I'm going to share with you how we can capitalize on, even if you just sleep 5 hours a night, how we can capitalize on that and help you to lose weight with the amount of time that you have to sleep. Because, hey, I'm with you. I don't sleep 8 hours a night. I have a friend who sleeps 9. I'm like, girl, how do you do that? Because I just don't have the time. And so question, do you crave sweets? Do you crave salty, fatty foods? Is lack of sleep affecting your energy? Like you're tired even in the morning, and even after you've had your coffee, you're like still struggling throughout the rest of the day? Or are you gaining weight or having difficulty losing weight? Yes, if we don't get good sleep, we're going to either gain the weight or have difficulty losing that weight. I'm going to discuss how and why. So sleep is so important that the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine first off states that adequate sleep time is at least 7 hours a night. Okay, so it's no longer 8, right? You used to hear the 8, right? More so for babies and toddlers and teenagers. You know, they could sleep all day, right? If you have teenagers. But the Journal of Sleep Medicine for adults, adequate sleep is at least 7 hours a night. And so as a result of lack of adequate sleep time, we have a decreased attention span, depressed feelings, and difficulty processing ideas, and increased weight gain, and increased chances of getting sick because our immune system is compromised when we don't get adequate sleep. And in fact, sleep is so important that the Centers for Disease Control has attributed the lack of good quality sleep to many chronic diseases and conditions such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and depression. And that was on their website, which they just updated February of this year. You can just kind of Google that, or, you know, look up the CDC, because they have lots of information on sleep and, you know, how it affects our overall health. And for us, like weight gain and obesity. So here is the importance of sleep. This is what we really want to capitalize within the time frame that we do have to sleep. It's this magnificent, kick-ass hormone called human growth hormone. It is anti-aging. It helps us to lose weight. And you know, all those celebrities out on the West Coast, right, that they look young, and you know they're at least 70 or 80, but they look a lot younger than that. It's human growth hormone, yes. Whereas they get the injections. I'm going to share with you how you can get this baby for free, right? Now, human growth hormone is released by the brain into the bloodstream when we sleep. And it's released as part of the repair and restoration function of sleep. And it decreases cortisol levels. Now, we are in cortisol. You might remember it's that stress hormone. And while cortisol is needed when we're under stress because it helps us to fight or flee, that fight or flight mechanism, and sometimes it is a freeze, too much of it causes weight gain and difficulty losing weight. If you are one who carries fat in the belly, it's stress related, because that's where all the cortisol, all the high stress hormone makes us gain weight in our belly. Hi, I'm one of them, especially what happened with my dad, you know, with his quadruple bypass surgery, unexpected stress, taking care of their homes. Yeah, I gained it all in the belly because it's all stress related. And even low chronic stress, like our cortisol levels are not real high, but they're too high still, causes us to gain the weight. Now, human growth hormone and cortisol are what's called inversely proportional, meaning when HGH is high, guess what? It brings cortisol down. So we want to increase human growth hormone and decrease cortisol. Let me do that again. We want to increase human growth hormone and decrease cortisol. Now, the opposite is true, right? When we got lots of cortisol, we got less human growth hormone. And that's where the weight issues and the difficulty losing weight comes into play for us. It is also the anti-aging hormone. That's why all the celebrities do this, man. They want to look young, right? And it also helps us to restore and rebuild our body and our muscles from the stresses of the day. It's a very important hormone. So here are some more benefits of human growth hormone. Actually, it helps us to increase our muscle strength. A lot of athletes, you know, they're looking to increase their human growth hormone. We can do it for free, my friends. It helps with better mood and cognitive function. It helps to reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. What? By the way, it's the #1 killer among women. Heart disease, my friends. Decreased risk of obesity and enhanced weight loss, but only if we sleep well. And sometimes you don't know if you're tossing and turning because you're asleep. But we can tell if we wake up and we don't have the energy that we feel like we really could have in the morning, right? So we need to sleep, and we need to sleep well. Human growth hormone. Now, in normal, healthy people, the major period of human growth hormone release, it occurs basically in deep sleep, okay, which is about an hour after you first fall asleep. Now, there's different stages of sleep. Obviously, when we fall asleep, we're not boom right in that deep sleep where we're dreaming the REM sleep, right? No, we have stages to go through before we get into that deep sleep. But the sooner we can get into deep sleep, guess what? The more benefit we'll reap, right? Because deep sleep is where human growth hormone is released. It's the most restorative of all stages of sleep. This is where, once again, human growth hormone is released. It works to restore and rebuild our body and muscles from the stresses of the day. And guess what? This is why it's so important to sleep and to get into deep sleep, because as much as 75%, baby, 75% of human growth hormone is released during this time. If we don't get into deep sleep, or if we cut off that deep sleep too early because we're tossing and turning by things that we've done or by stress, and I'm going to get into that in a moment, how we can get the longest deep sleep that our bodies allow us to get and get there quickly. Because when we don't, guess what? We're not going to be releasing that 75%. It's going to really decrease significantly. And if you really research this and look at all the articles that are out there, like I did recently in preparation for this, because I knew about HGH and I knew what it does, but I didn't realize 75% is released during deep sleep. I knew that's where we reap the benefits of it. By the way, within the hours of 12 a.m. and 2 a.m. is where we get the most, where it's released the most for us. I don't know about you, but I don't get to bed till like after 11. And if it takes me an hour to get to sleep, I'm not reaping the full benefits myself, which is why under the stress I've been under the past 2 months, I've been gaining the weight, baby. I admit it. Yeah, it happens. So I'm going to teach you some tricks that you can do, some tips. So we want to get into deep sleep so we can have more human growth hormone release, so that we can lose the weight, lose the weight, lose the weight. HGH, lose the weight. HGH, lose the weight. Isn't this exciting? Now, another component of what if we don't get good quality sleep is, but first of all, the most important is we're not going to release enough human growth hormone to keep us at peak capacity, that anti-aging, kick-ass, lose weight hormone. We're not going to release it. Plus, when we wake up tired, our body looks for energy to combat the fatigue of poor quality sleep. And it causes our body to crave sugar and caffeine. So if you feel like, man, I'm just craving sugar all the time, look at how your sleep is. Are you sleeping well? Because when the body is low on energy when we wake up, guess what? We're going to be low on energy throughout the day. This is where you find yourself, because I do it too. I do it too. You drink your cup of coffee in the morning. You're like, oh, I'm still dragging because the caffeine's worn off. And then you drink another cup of coffee, or you consume different energy drinks to get the caffeine throughout the rest of the day. Guess what happens? Our body makes us crave sugar because it thinks that our blood sugar is low because we're low on energy. It's like, oh, baby, we need to get some more sugar in because we're low on blood sugar. And it wants us to have that immediate, fast way to increase the energy, to increase the blood sugar. And guess what? That's the simple sugars. That's the donuts. That's the pastries. That's the cakes. That's the ice cream. That sugar that you crave, that sugary sugar. That's the Skittles. Yeah, if you taste the rainbow. That's the Snickers bar was mine back in the day. Snickers bar. Snickers really satisfies. Yeah, and then it goes to your hips and your belly and all that other. It really doesn't satisfy that much, right? I'm not saying don't eat Snickers. I'm just saying when we don't get good quality sleep, we're going to be craving that sugar, and we're going to be eating a lot more than we will if we get that good quality sleep. So once again, we crave sugar as well as caffeine. So insomnia, here are different types of insomnia, where it's either it takes you a long time to fall asleep, like you're like, it's been 30 minutes already and I'm not even tired. Like your eyes like, bloop, I can't sleep. Waking up frequently. Maybe you're falling asleep, but you're waking up like every hour on the hour. How many of you have ever experienced that? Yeah, I've done that way too often for me. Or not feeling refreshed after you do sleep. Or waking up too early, like way early, and you just can't get back to sleep. I had all of these at one time, like every single one within a month time span. And it was getting so bad that one of the providers I was working with actually asked, she's like, do you want me to prescribe you something? Because I was exhausted. I wasn't sleep. I had all these, every single thing of insomnia right listed here. And then I was drinking caffeine because I could, I needed the energy, right? I couldn't wake up. And I was drinking a lot more caffeine, and then which was interfering with my sleep, which I'm going to share with you in a moment. And it was like a catch-22. I was drinking caffeine, couldn't sleep, blah, blah, blah. Finally, Easter Sunday, I remember the day vividly. I was out for like 4 hours straight. My body was just like, I'm getting sleep. I'm like, thank you, Jesus, because like I was doing all of these things. So here are some causes of insomnia. The first one was mine, which is why I was going through the whole month thing. Stress and anxiety are the major culprits of us not getting that good sleep. We are such a stressed out society. Now, you might not be feeling like that number 10 or 11, like, yes, I'm really stressed. Maybe you're a chronic low stress, like maybe you're at a 4 or 5. It still affects us, and it still affects our sleep. Number 2 major culprit is pain, especially back pain. We got a lot of people who have back pain. Alcohol. If you drink this within 3 hours of you going to sleep, it's going to interfere with you. You're going to fall. I know everyone says, well, it makes me sleepy. Well, it does, but you don't get into that deep sleep, which what do we need that deep sleep for? Human growth hormone to help us lose weight. Digestive problems. There are a lot of people who have digestive problems. I'm one of them. Frequent urination or the urge to urinate at night. How many of you wake up at that 3 o'clock in the morning? Boom, I gotta pee. I hear you. And they keep saying, well, don't drink before you go to bed. I'm an avid water drinker. You know, I'm still drinking water up in time to go to bed. I know why I need to stop. So here, I'm going to share with you how to sleep, because guess what? So our brain can release human growth hormone, and so that we have energy, so that we can decrease that stress hormone cortisol, because we are a stressed out society. So we can build muscle. Woohoo! Guess what? Muscle burns more calories than fat. Yeah, so we can build muscle so that we can burn fat faster, by the way. So we won't crave the sugar, and so we can lose weight. Yes! So, but how do we sleep? How do we get that sleep? So first off, we're going to unwind your mind by reducing stress. Remember, stress and anxiety are the major culprits to having us not sleep, having those bouts of insomnia. You might have been one of those 4 that I listed. You might be all of them. So here's how we're going to reduce stress. Get into bed with a novel or a spiritual book about 30 minutes before bed. Do not watch TV before bed. I know many of us do that. I know many people say, well, I fall asleep to the TV. Switch it up, because you're not getting into that deep sleep. Okay, I'm just going to challenge you to do that. So with a novel or a spiritual book, 30 minutes before bed. Well, why? It's because it gives our body the opportunity to unwind slowly, so that when your head hits the pillow, you're not feeling like you're trying to force yourself to head straight to sleep. I've done this many times myself, where I was like, I'm in bed, and then like 10, 15 minutes later, I'm like, oh man, I'm not even tired. And then you're stressed because you only have 5 hours to sleep, because you got to wake up and open wherever you work, right? And the next morning, and then it stresses you more out. And then the whole process starts all over again, where you just can't sleep. So you won't be forcing yourself to head straight to sleep. You will, it's a way to lull yourself to sleep. And I call it, with the novel, I call it brainless reading, my friends. It's not a textbook, although I know textbooks can help you fall asleep. I was in nursing school. How many of you nursing students out there, or nurses, know what I'm talking about, where you're like, you could just fall asleep reading the textbook, right? But then your brain's trying to process everything. So don't do textbook. It might make you fall asleep, but your brain's trying to process all that. And then you'll be waking up. So it's to help us lull self to sleep. No thrillers or page turners, because they will keep you awake. Now, I know it's October, and we got that good old holiday on the 31st. So there's a lot of movies out there, and I might be trying to pick up the latest thriller. Just FYI, I know Stephen King books, okay? Because it's going to disrupt your sleep. It's like what I call brainless reading, where you're not like, oh, I got to turn the next page. I've done that many times myself and stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning trying to finish the stinking book, right? How many of you ever done that? Like, the book's so good, they leave a cliffhanger, like just one more chapter, and then that one more chapter becomes like 10, and by the time you look at the clock, it's like 3 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So this is just brainless reading. You're gonna lull yourself to sleep, and as soon as you feel yourself nodding off, that's the indication to put the book away, get into bed, because your body is prepped for sleep. Okay. So that's reducing stress. How to sleep. Number 2, how to unwind your mind, because remember, another culprit is anxiety and racing thoughts. So here's how to reduce the anxiety and racing thoughts so that you can get better sleep, so that you can get into that deep sleep, is journal. Journal right before bed. And this is a therapeutic way to address what is troubling you. Many times we've got all these thoughts and feelings, emotions, or stress, and stress leads to anxiety, anxiety leads to fear, and fear leads to I can't sleep. Like, get all these thoughts in our head. So it's a couple of different ways that you can do this. You can do what I call a brain dump, meaning in literary terms, it's like stream of consciousness. You are just writing down everything that comes to mind. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no chronological order to it. It's like boom, boom, boom. You're just writing everything that's in your head and getting onto paper. Now, if you're a type A personality like me, because I know sometimes with me, I'm like, I want to do everything in chronological order, you can just journal. Just journal in chronological order. That's fine. However way you choose to do it, whether you do a brain dump or you're doing it more of a here's my day, here's what's going on, da-da-da-da. Just get it on paper so you can get it out of your head onto the paper so you won't be tossing and turning all night. Well, that's trouble you. And it'll keep you from running through the problems in your mind once the lights are out and you're just like, oh, I can't sleep. So it's a way to reduce your anxiety, reduce those racing thoughts so that you can get to sleep ASAP immediately. And then therefore, because you're sleeping sooner rather than later, you're falling asleep, you can get into that deep sleep faster as well and capitalize on our body releasing that human growth hormone. So how to sleep number 2. Now, number 3, we're going to fix some common sleep problems. And I've mentioned them as reasons for insomnia, right? Pain. Of course, we're from pain and discomfort. We're not going to sleep. We're going to be tossing and turning, right? Unless you have migraine. For me, I want to sleep, right? Back pain. Back pain is the number one. Many of us struggle with back pain at a certain time in our lives, whether we're just pulling a muscle or we've got chronic back issues from trauma or whatever it may be. Many of us do suffer from back pain. So there's 2 different things that you can do. It all revolves around your pillow position when you sleep. If you sleep on your back, add a pillow under your legs. What that is going to do is that is going to help. Your legs are going to be elevated a little bit, and it's going to put your lumbar, your lower back, on the mattress. Our spine naturally is curvy, and there's a part of our lower back right before it gets to the top of our booty that kind of goes in, and it doesn't touch the mattress. And so if you have back problems, your back is trying to have that support. So when you put that pillow under your legs, you're going to elevate your leg a little bit. Your back is going to come down, and you're going to have that support on the mattress. Now, if you sleep on your stomach, I don't know how y'all do it. I'm just not I've never been a stomach sleeper, but God bless you if you do. You're going to put the pillow under your thighs to help with that back pain, because you're going to actually bring the back up. It's the same concept where you're just going to put your back in more of an alignment for you. So back pain, adding the pillow. Shoulder pain, okay? Now, obviously, if you have shoulder pain about the shoulders, just don't sleep on your side. Say that 5 times fast. Just don't sleep on your side. However, if you are a side sleeper like me, like I can sleep on my back, but I always end up on my side. If you only have pain on one shoulder, sleep on the other side, okay? And hug a pillow too. Now, I don't hug a pillow. I actually put a pillow between my legs when I sleep on my side because it's the same concept, putting your back in proper alignment. That helps me more than hugging a pillow. So see what's going to help you when it comes to the shoulder pain. And then that'll help you to sleep better so you're not in so much pain, tossing and turning because you're uncomfortable. So another common problem is neck pain, right? Many of us have some neck pain. Now, research shows that if you use a firm latex pillow, that's going to help you with your neck pain rather than like a down pillow. And replace your pillows every 2 years. Now, I have one pillow that I've never replaced, and I call it my migraine pillow, and I've never found another one similar. Even the memory foam does not work as well. I got it for Christmas one year. Never thrown that baby out because when I have my migraine, it puts my neck in proper alignment. I can sleep and put pressure on that side of my head. If you're a migraine sufferer, you know what I'm talking about, and sleep better. So, but other than that, replace your pillows every 2 years. I've had that baby for 20 years, and I've never found one that works just as well. So neck pain problems. So common problem, once again, it's all about getting us to sleep sooner rather than later, so we're not like taking so long to fall asleep, so we can get into that deep sleep so our body can release that human growth hormone, and so we can wake up refreshed and rejuvenated. So digestive problems, acid reflux. Many of us suffer from that, myself included, and it can be anywhere from just a little bit of heartburn to It's so bad that you have GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, and you're like vomiting because it's so bad. Yeah. So if it's really bad, talk to your doctor about your medication options. There are a couple of different things and therapeutic things that they can do for you to help you out. And it doesn't necessarily mean, excuse me, that you're going to be on that medication the rest of your life. I've actually weaned myself off of prescription medication, and now I do an over-the-counter. Like, I significantly decreased. And it's by changing what's going to trigger you, which is avoid foods that make it worse, like fried spicy foods, and also caffeine. Now, when I heard caffeine, when I was officially diagnosed, I'm like, but my coffee. I hear you. Try not to do it around dinner time, okay? Fried spicy foods at dinner time. So at least it'll help you more when you fall asleep, okay? And then also, this really helps. I tell you, it helps. Sleep on your left side. When we sleep on our left side, that little sphincter that closes off our stomach actually helps us to close it off better, so you're not refluxing or having, what it is all your stomach contents is just coming back in your esophagus, which why we get that heartburn, even though it's not it's just because we feel it around our heart area. So when you sleep on your left side, it significantly reduces that. And even if you're nauseous, like I have migraines, and even when I'm nauseous from my migraines, when I sleep on my left side, it really, really helps to alleviate that until my medicine can kick in. I'm telling you, try it. If you suffer from acid reflux, you got GERD, sleep on your left side. And also elevate your pillow about 30 degrees, because when we're in a more sit-up position, it's gravity basically, right? It's not as easy for the stomach contents to get into our esophagus because it's gravity. It's going to go back down. So, because I know it can wake you up in the middle of the night. It wakes me up in the middle of the night, and it actually feels like someone's twisting my esophagus. Yeah, acid reflux. So how to sleep less is more. We're going to caffeinate responsibly. Did you know that caffeine's effects can last up to 12 hours? Yes. So the time that I was like drinking coffee, and then I went to soda because I was tired of drinking coffee and drinking all the caffeine, the effects can last up to 12 hours. So when I had that bout of insomnia, I probably made it last longer than it may have been because of all the caffeine I was consuming, and because it disrupts our sleep. We might be sleepy and fall asleep, but it prevents us from getting into that deep sleep, which is what we want, to get that human growth hormone so that we can lose weight. So limit caffeine after 12 p.m. I hear you. I don't do this one myself. So I have a little something around 3 or 4 o'clock, right? I know. But if you're really struggling with sleep and you drink a lot of caffeine, consume a lot of caffeine, try doing this. Limit caffeine after 12 p.m. Now, just be aware that decaf coffee and some teas have caffeine in it. So be careful. If you feel like, well, I'm drinking decaf to get away from the caffeine, it still has caffeine in it, basically. So also, research shows that if we just completely eliminate caffeine for one day, 24 hours, it improves our sleep quality and duration. What? I actually went off of coffee for like 18 months. And then last semester of nursing school hit, and I just had to survive. So I went back to drinking coffee because I like it too. So there are lots of different herbal teas out there that you can try. And then there's also coffee alternatives. I did try this back in the day. I just never found one that really tasted like coffee. But, there's a whole bunch out there. Just Google it. It's been years now, so maybe they have something a lot better for you than what they did back in the day when I went caffeine free. And let me tell you, getting off of white sugar, flour, coffee, and animal products all at one time cold turkey, I do not recommend that. Just saying. So before we go to question and answers, and even if you're watching the replay, my friends, because if you got questions, I've got answers. So before we get to that, I do have a gift for you, my bonus gift to you, how to lose weight when nothing else is working. And the link to get it is posted in the description to this post above. And I will also post it in the comments once I'm done with the slideshow for you guys. I'm just checking to see if there's any comments. All right. So once again, the link to that is posted in the comment section above. So you might be wondering, well, how can I use this to get results now? Well, guess what? I got something brand spanking new for y'all. It is my new, it's free, Sleep the Weight Off 5-day challenge. Why? Because if you sleep less than 7 hours a night like I do, and you still want to capitalize on that human growth hormone, like getting into that deep sleep, I'm going to share with you how we can do that during the challenge. If you crave sweets and salty foods, sleep deprivation makes us do that. And if lack of sleep is affecting your energy and as a result of your weight loss goals, guess what? This is specifically for you if you want strategies to help you sleep and sleep well no matter how time stretched you are, so you can sleep the weight off. It's going to start not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, next Monday, 5-day challenge. And the link to this is also in the description above. Click the link to join the challenge. It is going to be 5 days. You'll have access to all the content for 2 weeks, for a 2-week time span. So don't feel like you have to get everything done. Now, it's what's called micro content. So this is easy to do on your lunch break, right? If you're like, I don't have time for anything else, very easy to do on your lunch break. I've participated in similar challenges, not with weight loss at all, and it's very doable, even with my busy schedule, which is what I love to do. It is free to join. The link to join is in the comment section above. Once again, it'll start Monday, for a week from tomorrow, Monday, and it's going to be 5 days. Each day you will receive a link to a short, very short, action-packed video, plus a very easy to implement action set for that day, so that you're getting the exact same methods and secrets that I personally use and that I teach my clients to go from exhausted and sleep deprived to sleeping like a baby in less than 5 days, in 5 days or less. Yes, you can actually implement these action steps every day. So by the end of the challenge, you are sleeping like a baby. You are in that deep sleep. Your body is releasing that human growth hormone so that you can start decreasing your cortisol level and losing that weight. So once again, it's the Sleep the Weight Off 5-day online challenge. Join now with the link. The link to join is in the description above, and it's free to join. And if you know of anyone else that this could benefit, just share them the link with them. You know, you guys can do it together. And so thank you for joining me tonight. My second gift to you, see, I'm all about the freebies during my masterclasses and my Facebook Live events, is a complimentary weight loss or health consultation, wherever you're coming from, whether you want to deal with weight loss or health issues. It is a complimentary consultation for you. It is a body and energy breakthrough session. I say body because it can either be weight loss or health. And it is a free one-on-one consultation via phone with me. And the link to that is also in the description above. Click that to join now. I've got lots of times available. If you're finding that, just your life's busy and nothing that I have available is working, just please message me and I will work something out for you. Okay, so let's get back to it. And I'm going to post those links now. I'm going to in the comment section because some people like it better in the comment section. Some people like it better in the description above. So if anyone has any questions, I've got answers. Whether it's been in regard to the challenge or in regards to what I just talked about. These are very easy to use and to implement. So I'm going to post that link as soon as I get into Facebook in the comment section for you, but it's also in the description above. All right, so here is the first link. All right, here is the freebie, How to Lose Weight When Nothing Else is Working. Sometimes they want to work when I copy and paste, sometimes they don't. Let me try again. And then this is to join the Sleep the Weight Off 5-day challenge. Once again, that's going to start a week from Monday, a week from tomorrow. And then if you're interested in scheduling your free body and energy breakthrough session, here is the link to that as well. So join the Sleep the Weight Off challenge. The link is in the description and it's also in the comment section that I just posted below. It's going to be fun. I mean, I've shared with you some things that get you on the road, but the challenge is really where the rubber is going to hit the road, so to speak. And we're going to get you to sleep fast, get into that deep sleep within an hour of your head hitting the pillow, and then getting you into that deep sleep so that you can reduce those cortisol levels so that you can, because you're releasing human growth hormone. And so you can wake up energized and not feel like you're fatigued for that morning and the rest of the day. So you're not craving that sugar, you're not craving that salty, fatty, fried foods, right? All those foods that, prevent us from losing the weight if we don't eat in moderation. I'm not saying don't eat it. I'm saying you're going to make you crave and then we eat more because, hey, been there, done it, right? You eat more and all of that. So join the Sleep the Way It All 5-day challenge. I'm going to start Monday, week from tomorrow. And the link is above. And thank you so much for joining me, whether you watch me live or watch the replay. This will be up as a replay. I'm not going to take it down like I did my other Facebook Lives and masterclasses. It's going to be available for y'all. Feel free to share with anyone you think could benefit, as well as if, hey, you want a buddy to join you with the challenge? Get them involved. All right. And please feel free to ask any questions that you may have, whether, reach out to me, whether it be you message me or in the comments below. I would love to help you on your journey of losing weight. That's why I became a health coach, because I struggled as well. And a lot of it was dealing with, it's not just what we eat with losing weight. It's how we eat, it's sleep, it's stress. So it's not just all about the food. We got to get other components in place and have that support and accountability to help us to keep consistent and to keep steady, which is why I'm gifting you a free consultation to find out where you're stuck and to help you to get unstuck. And you will be going away with at least one aha and action step to implement, even if you choose not to continue to work with me. All right, to your health, and have a great night, guys, and get some sleep. Get that deep quality sleep. Catch you on the next broadcast.